Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in, the few of you who do watch. Um, this is episode 2. And last time we had a Vietnamese lyrophone, and today we have another awesome Vietnamese disc. This is the Vietnamese Pathe disc from 1909. This one, turn of the century. 1909, double-sided 12-inch Pathe disc. And this disc is quite unusual in my collection because it's not music. I mean, to an extent, it is music. It is a male, singing some sort of song with gongs. I imagine he's hitting some sort of hand gong. I'm not sure because I don't speak Vietnamese and I can't read Vietnamese. What exactly is going on this record, and if anybody knows, I would greatly appreciate it if you could tell me. But this is from northern Vietnam, high up in the north, with a lot of Chinese influence. You can tell that there's a very strong Chinese characteristic with this. However, it is Vietnamese. The language is very different depending on how high you are in the north or how low in the south you are. But this is of the northern dialect. But here it is. It's in decent shape. It has some scratches, but it is not cracked, which is wonderful. It does not skip either, which is unusual. And as you can see right here, it's got this terrible, spidering scratch, which does sound, and it doesn't sound that good, but it tracks and plays all the way through. But here's the label. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that beautiful? It's backwards, I understand, but you'll be able to see it not backwards here shortly. Yes. Side 4. This is side 3. This is not announced, which I believe the reason it's not announced is because this is part 3 and 4. It probably was announced on the first side, maybe even the second side, but this is the continuation, which is the continuation of this song, obviously. But yes, it lists several different names. I believe they're names. However, there's only one person doing instrumentals, which is just a single man with a gong. I believe that's also the singer, who I'm not sure which one of these names accredits him. But Pathe Phono Cinema Machine, the phonograph and cinema company of China and Indochina, by the French Pathe company, was from the early years of recording all the way to the 1950s. Although I don't know if it was continuously from that time to the 50s called Pathe Phono Cinema Machine. Maybe not. Like I said, unannounced disc by a French announcer or a Vietnamese announcer. And we will take a listen to this side now. All right, wonderful. So the thing is, Pathe discs, since they record, up and down rather than side to side, the grooves are really shallow. They're not very deep, so it's very difficult to keep the stylus, the groove, inside of the groove wall. So what I've done is I've placed something underneath the back of the record player to lift it up so that it kind of acts as a sort of anti-skate, so that it's balanced, because the stylus wants to go inwards, and by lifting it up, hopefully gravity will pull it down and keep it in the groove. We'll see. It might skip, but who knows. But here it is.
tiền mai một tuy để tiền la tàu tiền quân về thức đông thầu lại tương ta dậy đâu quan trà tương là giáp công áo ông biết đâu mà hào quân phò mã đường công tiến về anh cung vàng tình hiệu phát điều phát là quân thì hồng lắm đẹp dương thần sơn tỏi thành hải tần ba chuông kiếm nhất trường hành tinh quỷ ham phao lần hành lần ám ôi trường tiếp cách là vô giang hồ nguyên tạo pha bán vô còn khoái cô ta nam tạo gót người quyết tâm thiên thánh là kế bông phải tăng chất trần trao thân thật quyền tài phá quyết hồng mang trai thanh hà lực yêu hoàng dân chúa dân quân hoàng phan tướng là thiên sai
There it was, my friends. I'm gonna give you guys a closer look at the label here. So you can see it. If anyone can translate that for me, it would be massively appreciated. So there we go, friends. As we could hear, the disc is in relatively nice shape for a Pathe disc of this age. A lot of the Pathe discs have a lot of groove wear from the heavy Pathe tone arm that was used, which is considerably heavier than what I've been using, which only tracks for about 4 or 5 grams compared to maybe 4 or 5 ounces, probably even more, just going off the top of my head, that the original ball sapphire stylus would have tracked at. This was hardly played in its time, obviously. The music, while not underwhelming, is something that I did not expect to find. I didn't expect to find something of such, Chinese influence among Vietnamese recordings. I did know that the Vietnamese recordings of the opera style, which is similar to the Cambodian in looks, to the Cambodian La Khao Basat. And I don't know what the Chinese and the Vietnamese equivalent of that is, but I do know that they recorded some operatic style recordings, like many of the Chinese recordings of the time. However, very interesting, the history of these Pathe discs. I don't know a whole lot about them, and what I do know is very limited, not of my own research. Credit to most of the research that I get for these Pathe discs goes to a man in Germany named Chris Swarg. Thank you so much for the information you have provided. It's been such a great help in trying to understand the history of these discs. We don't know the singer, which is a big part. We don't know where it was recorded, which is another big part. We also don't know for what purpose it was recorded, what purpose this song and this singing takes, which would be something we'd have to research in the label. Sadly, I cannot read. The camera so rudely decided to cut. I cannot read Vietnamese, which I have stated before, but it would be really nice to understand and get to know exactly, the secrets hidden within this disc and so many others that are out there in the wild. But I hope you all enjoyed this. Stay tuned for the next episode, which is coming very shortly. I have yet to decide what disc I want to do. Might be another Vietnamese disc, and I might go country by country. First, starting with Vietnam, going to maybe Thailand, showing some of the interesting Thai discs, and then so on and so forth, place to place, and then random stuff. However, this was Vietnamese Pathe disc number 44511. Thank you so much, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.